I've seen this in another form. I know what this is.
Yeah, that's his like superpower because he's been through it.
You ruined him. His shows, you ruined him. He's so crazy
upset.
now. He's so mad now.
Do you see him get upset on the show? He gets legit angry.
Here it is. Other controversial cases West was assigned to, including evaluating Sirhan, who assassinated Robert F. Kennedy at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, June 5th, 1968. West claims Sirhan was a subject of psychic driving, a mind-altering technique involving hypnosis or paralytic drugs. Psychiatrists often use barbiturates for this. Settle the fuck down. You used acid. Stop lying. What is this? Oh, maybe possibly barbiturates or something legal. No, they were using acid.
Who's this West guy?
Jolly West was the head of MKUltra. He was the guy
that
they chronicle extensively in Thomas O'Neill's book Chaos about the Manson case.
Oh, so yeah, my wife is reading that right now.
God damn, that's a good book.
And she has it on audiobook, so I'll walk through the house and I'll hear like, what the
You know how crazy that book is? Tom was Greg Fitzsimmons' roommate in New York. And then also, not roommate, excuse me, neighbor. He was his neighbor in New York. And then also his neighbor in Venice, California. Like he moved, so they were like near each other. For 20 years, this guy's been working on this. He started working on it as an article, right? So he writes it as an article, but then once he starts getting into the information, it's so extensive, it's so crazy that he can't finish the article because the article is just an anniversary of the Manson assassinations, the Manson killings. So then 20 years later, he finally puts out this book, and he's got enough information for another fucking book. And it's wild. It's all a CIA plot. The Manson family Manson was visited in prison by Jolly West. They trained him, allegedly, in hypnosis techniques using LSD, how to mind control people. He would not do the acid, but he would give the acid to the people, which is something also that apparently the MKUltra people trained him. And he would get them to commit evil acts. And the whole thing was to discredit the anti-war movement. That's the whole thing, was the hippies. So they turned hippies into something fucking terrifying. So hippies used to be like, oh, she's a flower child. Yeah. Oh, they're peace and love. You know, cute, nice stuff. But then they turned hippies into fucking psychotic murderers who cut babies out of movie stars' bellies and paint on the wall, pig, you know, that kind of shit.
Kurt was also telling me about that. Like, that's the perfect way to discredit the anti-war movement.
Yes. Well, that's also why the Psychedelics Act of 1970 was passed.
Oh, really?
Yes, the Psychedelic Act of 1970 was passed to go after the Black Panthers and to go after the civil rights leaders and to go after the anti-war movement. Because those people were all taking drugs. So they're eating mushrooms and trying to come to like some sort of an understanding of our place in the universe. And they said, okay, we're going to take all of these psychedelic compounds that are literally creating a cultural revolution. So you go from the 1950s, you get, I always say music is like the best representation of that, and comedy as well, but really music. If you look at like Buddy Holly, great music, great stuff. And then Jimi Hendrix is 10 years later. What the fuck is that?
Right.
That's like a revolution, like out of nowhere. Something is insanely different. Like it's not even from this earth.
Yeah.
Not even from this earth. That's all psychedelics.
And we've never had a leap like that since.
Nope.
Isn't that weird? Like you can listen to music from the 80s and a lot of it sounds like it could be made today.
It's
right?
Coke music. The 80s, they were all doing Coke. They were watching Miami Vice. They were doing Coke, wearing no socks with loafers.